We've spoken to a number of upper big branch miners who told us about methane monitoring, multiple incidents of that, and we've reported that. You talk about safety being, job one at Massey Energy. How can that kind of practice take place if safety is indeed job one at Massey Energy?
I think there's two or three things about it. Number one, there's 7,000 people at Massey. In fact, there's someone somewhere sometime might have done something they shouldn't have done. It's always possible. I don't know about that. I do know it's our policy that we will discharge people for anything of that nature, and we have. There are situations where the methane monitors are disengaged, like the equipment's run by remote. It's out from under a supported roof, and the methane monitor kicks it off, and they got to get the equipment to run to get it back. So I haven't read those exact accounts, but I can assure you that Massey does not condone that type of behavior.
In this case, the witnesses involved, and there are multiple witnesses, say that the continuous miner continued to cut rock, and that this wasn't a matter of moving it out, and that the superintendent of the mine actually ordered them to do it, and that superintendent is still working, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, if we were to learn that someone intentionally ran a miner inappropriately without a methane monitor, they would be discharged. I don't think that we have enough evidence of taking that kind of action against anyone at this time. I have heard some of the stories that you're relating to, but again, I don't have first-hand knowledge. Until we do, we won't be taking any action.
I also wanted to ask you, you make much of an atmosphere that you say you try to facilitate at the mine of an attitude towards safety among employees. But again, we've interviewed dozens of upper big branch miners who say they're afraid to bring safety issues forward. Your own survey that you released, 24% of the people who responded said they were afraid to bring safety issues forward. That sounds like a climate of fear in what you say is an atmosphere that you try to engender to encourage people to come forward. How can both things be true?
Well, I would disagree with your results. 92 to 94% of our people believe our mines are made safer by Massey's programs, and the law makes our competitor coal mines. It's hard to get 76 to 92% of the people to agree to anything.
24% in the survey, this is your survey, 24% said they were afraid to bring issues forward. This is directly from your survey.
I don't know what that survey would say at competitor companies. The only thing I know is that we encourage people to come forward. 90-some% of them know there's a hotline. We're trying to increase that to 100%. We do more than the law requires. We've reduced accidents in the last 20 years by 90% before this tragedy. We know the coal miners better than anybody in Washington knows them, or any of the reporters know them. I grew up with them, live with them, still live among them. So we care more about them than anyone else, I suspect.
They tell me they're afraid. The ones I talk to are afraid to bring issues forward. They'll be punished, they'll lose their job, they say, they won't be able to get another job, is what they say. I mean, miner after miner after miner tells us this.
Well, I don't know whether I believe that part, first of all, but finding a job...
Well, why don't you believe it? People did tell us that.
Well, again,
you mean you don't believe that they believe that, or you don't believe we heard it?
I believe when you've got 7,000 people, when you've had 10 or 14,000 pass through, that you can find people that would say that. But we take quite a bit of confidence that 92 to 94% of our people believe in our safety programs, 90% reduction in accidents. We're very open to ideas from the people. You can get people to say most anything, as you know, but we think we do a pretty good job.
I wanted to ask you one more thing about coal dust in particular. We reported yesterday that coal dust violations continue to be the most common issue for coal mines generally when it comes to safety violations and citations. And Upper Big Branch had a number of coal dust violations in advance of this explosion. And going back years, if you check, it also was a big issue for coal mines in general in Upper Big Branch. Why are you unable to fix that? Why does that continue to persist as an issue?
Well, it's a changing standard, of course. You know, the standards are always tightening up environmentally and safety-wise. There's no doubt that over the last 2 or 3 decades, there's a lot less dust in the mines and a lot less dust breathed. Incidents of black lung has improved a lot. We continue to work on it. When you're cutting a very dusty material with very large equipment, it's challenging, but we work on it all the time. We've got some new ideas we'll be employing, and hopefully we'll continue to improve that issue.
All right. Thank you. Look forward to your conversation.
Thank you.
Hey. Blankenship. I'm Rick Lamb with Pepco.